friends, Running Kimono here. So I'm going to talk today about a subject that might just, might make your jaw drop a little bit. But I actually had a penny haul denied today. So to give you the backstory of why I even went shopping today, because the penny list was not very interesting to me. And sometimes when they have a lot of food, that piques my interest. Always for food, because I like to donate it to a local food pantry or to give it to family members. So Christy's Connection had some surprise pennies, and I will link her Instagram in the notes if you wish to check it out. But she had this thing for some coffee. So she put the UPC that you could type into the Dollar General app, and I'm like, I'm going to check this out to see if my local store might have it. So I found the mother load. I found 5 of them, and here they are in my little cart. I was going to film a little cute TikTok, but I didn't even do that because my nerves were pretty fried after this. But here they are. They were all ringing for $1 along with this little glucosamine thing. And sometimes your pennies can be denied. I have been penny shopping for 5 years if the food has expired. And yes, coffee is part of food, as are those glucosamine tabs. Everything was in the time frame. And I have a family member that drinks coffee morning, noon, and night, so I knew this would be a really fun thing to pick up, and I found 5 of them, so why not? So basically, guys, I went to the front till with my 6 items, and the cashier scanned the glucosamine pills and then the coffee, and she's like, I can only sell you the 2. And I asked her precisely what's the reason? And she said, that's our policy. You're only allowed to have 1 of each. I'm like, but I have all of this in my cart, and it's like whatever you take that's a penny, you can purchase. And I've done this before at this store, and I was informed no. And she's like, but I will take those from you. I'm like, okay. So I was just shut out right there, and I did not get hysterical. I didn't start yelling. I didn't start saying, I know this and that. So I paid for my 2, and I had all the information on the receipt. And I told her, I said, look, I've been penny shopping for some time. I've never heard of this. And she's like, no, it's the way it is now. And I thought, wow, that's interesting. So I feverishly went onto my phone in the parking lot and tried to find in the Dollar General coupon policy about pennies, and I could not find anything. The only thing I found was a little something the freebie guy typed up about pennies, but I can't exactly show that and be like, here you go, And so I did see the manager at that time walk into the store, and I knew I was dealing with a cashier, so I thought maybe the manager could help me out. And at that point, I went back into the store and I saw the manager. I said, hi, I tried to buy some pennies. I had all of these in my cart, and I was only sold the 2, and I was told I could only buy the 2. And at that point, I was told, kind of in a very firm way, and I did not appreciate the tone, but hey, whatever, that this is how they were trained at this location, and this is how it goes. And I'm like, but this is not the policy of Dollar General. And I know enough because I've been penny shopping for 5 years. And so I told her, I said, okay, well, I'm going to call head office about this because I don't think this is how it is. And she just said, you're welcome to do so. So at that point, I left the store, and from the parking lot, I called customer service. And I had a very, very, very nice young man on the phone, and he took me seriously, and he was kind, and he listened to everything. And I think, I might have been talking a bit quickly. I wasn't as cool, calm, collected. But in the store, guys, I was very nice. I was not aggressive. I wasn't going to be like a video on Facebook of somebody going crazy over nothing. I knew there's cameras everywhere, and I just did not want any trouble. And it was civil for the most part, but still, I didn't like the outcome, so I called customer service because I knew something was up. And so the customer service rep, I explained what happened, and I did say that I found penny items and I wanted to buy all of them, and I was denied. And at that point, he said, he validated, and he's like, yes, you're absolutely right. You should have been able to buy all the items at once. And he's like, this is quite confusing to me. He's like, give me the store information, your first and last name, along with your phone number and all the stuff. I provided all of that. And he's like, I will get to the bottom of this. And then he's like, what's the name of the manager? And she didn't have a name tag on because she just walked in the door. So I actually had to go in and ask. She provided that for me, so that was cool of her. And shortly thereafter, the young man that was helping me just validated me. And even if this was going to go nowhere, the fact that somebody listened to me and was so kind, it meant the world to me. And he was really good at his job. Dollar General customer service of all things. And I'll give you guys the number that I Googled in a second here. So shortly thereafter, I'm driving home. I get another phone call from one of the higher ups at Dollar General. And he sounded like a young Dave Ramsey. Very nice man. And he said, validated everything the last guy said and said, hey, They were wrong. You were right. And we will get in touch with the store manager. And I provided all the information again. And then I said to the guy who was one of the top people for customer service at this phone number, I said, could you possibly call back the store and tell them I would like, because I only was able to buy one coffee, so there were still 4 left. And I said, could I go back and get my last 4? And he's like, I'd absolutely will do that for you and we'll make it happen. So nice, guys. The professionalism of these people at head office, fantastic. The only complaint I had is that they can take your complaint, but they can't talk to the managers directly. It's not in their jurisdiction. They have to go through a district manager. So I guess there's some sort of hierarchy line. But like this manager who called me was so nice. Both of the guys, total rock stars. I did go back to the store and got my 4 things of coffee for my family member. And I had to go back for precedent, guys. I was not going to be pushed around and told like, no, with this weird policy when then like 2 weeks ago I was getting a whole bunch of pennies at this location. Like it didn't make sense. And I'm specifically always looking for food. So this isn't a big mystery to them, but it was odd. I was never offered up an apology from them. Head office gave me the apology, but it was just bizarre. So, in the past when you guys come to me and you're, you say stuff like, you just had the hardest time at the Dollar General, or, you were just treated awfully. And sometimes I think you guys are being hyperbolic. And today was the biggest piece of humble pie for me. And I think sometimes it's just not an easy store to shop at. But I gotta say, that number I provided in this video, they made it right. And that was super cool. This was my haul too, guys. It's only 6 penny items. It's not like I had a huge cart of stuff, like 5 carts, and I was laughing all the way to the bank and back. And I've had that haul before too. But this is like, if you're a penny shopper, this is nice, but it's not like a lot. So this was just one of these sort of things. I'm very happy I stood my ground and I went back to the store, and it was awkward and weird and stuff. But I was in a good mood today, and this was not going to get me down. And the thing is to keep your cool. I cannot stress that enough. Sometimes they will push you and push you and push you. And what's to say another customer with a cell phone will record me screaming and waving my hands and getting all crazy, and I can't have that because I have to be a cool customer. You go through things in life, and this is just not one of the things that you want to get excited about. Just keep yourself centered. Know that you can call customer service and there is a resolution. And what I think the mistake was is that if the cashier scanned one item and I had the one item in my cart, the cashier would have to go and clear the pennies, thus the sale of one item. So the fact that I had, 5 coffees, all 5 that were in the basket should have been sold at once. And you guys saw that footage at the beginning of the video of the 5 in my basket. So I wasn't making that up or being dishonest. And it was also on camera at the store. So yeah, what a story, guys. Want to open up the Dollar General app to see if your store might have these items. I found them in the clearance section. This is the coffee, and it's a good amount of coffee, and it doesn't expire till next year. So I think my family member will be so happy. And these are the glucosamine pills. I have a hard time with that. If you're ever in a situation like this, stay cool, guys. Go to your car, take a break. Do not get hyper. Do not cry. Do not get exasperated, because sometimes people push you for that, and it's just not cool. And you are the boss of you. Never forget that as well. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.